Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, Ba'Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'Hashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. And peace and blessings to the elect out there that's pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. We're coming back from work, and we're having spiritual conversation and talking about how our women are gonna get in order. So with that, I'm just gonna jump right into the scriptures, because the brother has a low battery and I'm out of battery on my phone. But anyways, this is Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
What brought up this topic was a video I had shown the brother, which we're not gonna put it up because it's in Spanish, but I was like translating it for the Akia right here, and basically it was an Asherite woman, basically in the spirit, which on Isaiah 4:1, that same spirit, let us be called by thy name, and we will wear our own apparel. Read that again, Salaki.
Yeah, it says, and in that day 7 women, which 7 just means completion. 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
And basically the video, it was this Asherite sister, a woman, and she was just speaking on how to keep a man happy, how to keep a man basically forever. And she was just in the right spirit, man. She was just saying how to keep a man, you gotta basically please him in everything he wants, that not to be mad at him if he has other women. Obviously she was kind of like in the world, so she'll spit out some bones here and there in her conversation, but most of her speech was right, man. She was like, give them their privacy, don't be all up in their phones, don't basically just let them be a man, and be a woman, a good woman to him, serve him, do whatever you need to do to comfort him, and to basically not be in his way, roughly, right?
Okay.
So I was telling the brother that basically it's gonna be kind of like weird when this moment right here in Isaiah 4:1 comes to pass, man, because we've been so many generations living with our women on top of us, ruling over us, being disobedient out of their place, which the Lord gave them, that when that day comes, we're gonna see women coming humbly to you brothers, and Lord willing, to all of us, man. Because in that day, like it tells us all throughout the scriptures, man, when Jacob's trouble comes and is approaching, the women are gonna see the men of the Lord as their saviors, man. Because through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, we're gonna be the only ones that are gonna know how to navigate through those times,
Okay.
And that's why it tells you that knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thine times. So when all hell is breaking loose, when, like that saying, when shit hits the fan, the only people that are gonna be stable and sane in the mind are gonna be the men of the Lord. And women are gonna see, they're gonna see that power, that spirit, that cold spirit on you, type of like that spirit of not Samuel L. Jackson, the book of Eli, what's his name? Escaped my mind.
Yeah, I know, it's on the tip of my mind too.
Shoot. But yeah,
Denzel
Washington, God, sort of like that spirit, and even stronger than Denzel Washington was in the book of Eli, man. We're gonna be all about, just getting through this. Fuck, people are gonna be killing each other. People are gonna be robbing, committing cannibalism, everything, man, raping, and we're just gonna be like, let's keep on moving, and then those women that come humbly towards the men of the Lord, seeking salvation, we're gonna receive them, man. They're gonna come under our protection through the Spirit of YAHAWASHI.
This is Isaiah 33:6. Just to back up what the brother was saying. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. You know? So, I mean, breaking that down, it says it shall be the stability of thy times and strength of your treasure. Wisdom and knowledge in what? In the Most High's word, in his prophecies. You know, because when you research the prophecies and learn what's going to happen, you know, and you believe it's going to happen, you know, you're going to be like, oh, well, you know, you're already mentally prepared for it. When you're looking for World War III, when you're looking for Jacob's trouble, you know why? Because we believe that we're going to be delivered out of it. You know, we hope that we're part of the elect that's going to be beamed up on the chariots, that's going to be fighting alongside Yahushua when he comes back, you know? And that's why the fear of the Lord is his treasure, you know? Because it's through the fear of the Lord that we're able to understand this, you know? That's what makes us valuable. It's not of us. It starts with YAHAWASHI.
Because it says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. And then this knowledge is basically what's going to keep us stable, man.
Okay.
And then through the furnace of adversity that us brothers are going through now, while you know, we're still living like a so-called normal life, brothers are catching hell, and all that the Lord is doing is just building us up. He's putting us through a spiritual boot camp. He's putting us through a spiritual preparation, sort of like an athlete, man. You got athletes that go to the Olympics. Huh?
You can park right there if you want.
Okay. You got athletes that go to the Olympics, and guess what? You got to train all year round, or 4 years, man. Just give it all you got. Boom, boom, and you're going to go through things that you don't want to do, diets and whatever it is, man. For what? For when that moment comes, you're ready, man. You're in top shape. You're mentally prepared as well as physically. So the Lord is doing the same thing with his men. He's mentally, first and foremost, mentally preparing us, and also physically, man. Because as we have spoken before, you know, brothers should be fasting and preparing and for those days to go a week, to go 3-4 days without eating, man. Especially if you got seeds, especially if you got, you know, a woman that you're with, you know, because hey, the food is there's gonna be a lack of food, but through the Spirit of YAHAWASHI, you're gonna be able to provide for your woman and your seed, and you might have a little bit, but you know, it's gonna be small portions. So you're gonna physically have to be prepared too, but everything is through the Spirit. So you know, that's what the Lord is doing for us now, man, building us up for that moment.
This is Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. You know, because hey, man, it's the, you know, bringing up the fact again, it's the Lord's doing that this is gonna happen. All right, you know, because you got a lot of entitled men out here, if you even want to call them men, that think that they deserve like all the baddest bitches. You know, liking every like sliding into all the DMs and shit. But no, he's not gonna make just any man more precious than gold. He's gonna make the men of the Lord, you know, more precious than fine gold. You know, because that's really what a true man is a man of the Lord. You know, all these other I'll say males out here, they're not real men. You know, because they're liars, they're deceitful, stab people in the back. You know, don't care, that they don't even take care of themselves, you know? So, I mean, why would 7 women run up to that dude?
And ultimately, in the day of judgment, they're not going to stand. They're going to, all the tough men, all the UFC fighters and the martial artists and the army men, all of them are going to fold, man. Because it's going to be all hell is gonna break loose. And like it tells us in the scriptures, man, it's not just the famine, it's not just, wars. All the prisoners are gonna be let loose. The Lord's gonna bring out wild beasts. The Lord's gonna bring apparitions, man. Stuff that people haven't even thought of. And they're gonna see it. The Lord's gonna let the angels on the left-hand side come to this realm. I was reading an article. Well, it was like a post that I saw, and basically it was saying that the human eye can only perceive about 1% of what's really around us. So the spiritual, because like goes back to YAHAWASHI. The Lord created everything, the spirit first, and the spirit world controls this fleshly realm, man. So through our eye, we can only see about 1% of what's really going on. And in those days, YAHAWASHI is gonna let the spirits of the left-hand side be seen, man. So imagine, you could be a tough guy all you want, a gangster, a gangbanger. You could be whatever you want to call yourself, the toughest of the toughest. If you don't have the spirit of YAHAWASHI, you're going to fold, man. It tells you in the scriptures, does a man prevail with child? Because basically I see them, with their hands and their knees because of everything that's going to be going on, man. And that's why, again, in the scripture, it says that he will make a man of the Lord more precious than the gold of Euphaz, man.
Ophir.
Why? Yeah.
Is it Ophir?
Well, Ophir, yeah, Salakia. And why? Because, can you get that other scripture? In that day a man shall be as a covering? Yeah.
Isaiah 32:2. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
And back to the topic of the lesson, our women are gonna get back in order, man. When are they gonna get back in order? Starting in Jacob's trouble, man, because all hell's gonna be breaking loose, and guess who's gonna be their only guidance, man? The men of the Lord. Why? Because again, all everything that they did not expect is gonna be happening, and the only men that are gonna be stable and telling them, look, don't worry. We're gonna get through this. This is gonna happen, and you're gonna see these and these things, but don't worry, YAHAWASHI got us. While in the other hand, these other men in the world are just gonna be bugging out, like, yo, what the fuck? Oh my goodness, what? Oh my God, what are we gonna? Oh, so who do you think a woman's gonna run to? The man that's screaming like a girl, panicking, or the man that's like, you know what, YAHAWASHI got us. Let's keep on walking. Let's move in wisdom through the spirit, and the Lord's gonna provide for us, man. Because even with food, man, the Lord said that, there's not that we're gonna suffer hunger, but we're gonna be tested. That's gonna be the hour of temptation that's gonna befall the whole world. So obviously, the Lord's gonna, try us. Like, all right, I'm gonna let him go a couple days without food, and then I'm gonna give him some food to see how he holds up to my faith, to the faith in me. So that's the battle, man, that we're gonna be facing. That against all odds, we're gonna still praise YAHAWASHI and keep on pushing for him. And that spirit women are gonna see in those days, and they're gonna cleave unto them, unto those men. And we're gonna be, like it says right here in Isaiah 32, as a hiding place from everything else, man. And that's when the women of Israel are gonna come humbly and speak like they should to the men of the Lord. There's brothers that got women that they might be believers, that they're not believers, and think, I don't know what they think, man, but they think it's a game. They think, oh yeah, I know he knows some stuff about the Bible, but I don't know if he's an elect. Well, in those days, you're gonna know for sure, because you're gonna see the spirit on all the other men in the world bitching out and crying and panicking, and you're gonna see that man that you're with now, and you're gonna be like, damn, this guy is cool as a fan. Like, ain't nothing facing him. And that's gonna be the spirit of the Lord that's on him.
Because some brothers are gonna have be doing miracles in those days.
Spiritual power.
Yeah, kind of have that spiritual power, man. So I mean, shit. That story gets around, man. That you may have resurrected somebody. You may have healed somebody. You know, cured somebody of a disease. You probably turned a leprous brother. You know, gave him his melanin back.
Okay.
You know, those stories will travel fast, man. Because YAHAWASHI was famous in his day. Oh, and that's a scripture. I will give you fame in the land that put you to shame.
And then YAHAWASHI got famous real quick without Instagram, without social media. So imagine a brother, boom, healing a woman, or, you know, doing a miracle. People are going to be like, oh, shit. Boom, boom, boom. Yo, if somebody's sick, come this way. Boom, boom. This guy is healing or whatever. You know how social media moves. Jake sees something. It's like if Jake sees like, oh, they're giving out free sandwiches or something. That message will get around super quick.
Yeah.
So how much more a brother healing or doing some type of miracle and while all hell is breaking loose? Obviously, man, it's gonna travel super fast.
Yeah, like Jake knew when Popeyes got that chicken sandwich like ASAP because of social media. Shit, if you see a Jake flying around like, and everybody's documented in different places, because they're gonna be brothers in different places, start, you know, destroying shit, or, you know, resurrecting brothers that have passed. You know, so they're gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? And then on top of that, chariots. You know, and plus in the midst of like everybody like losing their shit, so it's gonna be like people are not gonna understand. Like, people are just gonna flat out like shit themselves, take a spatula out and flip their own shit, man. Like, and then, you know, the elect are gonna be cool, man,
and they're gonna see the men of the Lord how they're supposed to, and especially you women. Women can say, oh, I'm independent, I'm a tough woman, I'm whatever, but you ain't tough until you've been in a war, when you've been in a situation where your life is hanging on a string, man.
Yeah, because, you know, men aren't as precious as gold right now. They're not a hiding place right now, you know? They're used as just objects, man. In this society, men are objects. You know, they're a source of income. All you gotta do is go compliment fishing, and then you got like 5-10 simps lined up in your DMs. And you
paying your rent.
Yeah, paying your rent, paying for your nails. Another dude is paying for your hair. Another dude is paying, you know, this, that, or whatever, gas. And then she still has a job, but, you know, she spends her paycheck on shoe shopping or whatever the fuck.
Okay.
But this is Zephaniah 3:19. It says, behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that hateth, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out. And that her is talking about Israel as a nation. And it says, I will get them praise and the fame in every land where they have been put to shame. Now, ultimately, that's talking about Israel, you know, in the kingdom. You know, they're going to have fame throughout the whole land once they're in the kingdom. Because, you know, we were put to shame in every land. But, you know, it's not just going to, like, snap your fingers and we're going to be in the kingdom. You know, there's transitions, you know. We still got prophecies to go through. You know, like, you know, the apostles always talk about that transition period, you know, where, you know, Esau's kingdom is going to be crumbling. And then, you know, at the same time, Israel is going to be rising, you know. And we're rising right now, and Esau's kingdom is crumbling right now. America is going down the shitter, man, if you haven't noticed. You know, and along with the EU and NATO, you know, Rome all over again.
God, and I was speaking to one of our other co-workers how basically the world now sees basically that scripture that says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. God, we were speaking about how our women, and the world basically, because I was explaining the scriptures to him a little, and he was just like, yeah, that makes total sense, because this world is so corrupt that basically everything that we see as normal now has to be corrupt. And I was telling him like, yeah, man, like when the kingdom of heaven is set up, everything that we see as normal is gonna be shamed upon, like homosexuality, like the woman ruling over us, and many other things.
Mm-hmm.
And
living next to each other like this,
kind of cramped up and shit, and huge cities. Like all of this is gonna change. Like all this cars and all this, everything is gonna transition to how the Lord wants it to be, which, as we know, this world is in enmity with the Heavenly Father. So everything that is normal in this world is, basically the opposite of what the Heavenly Father wants. So like the brother was speaking about, that transition is gonna hit the world hard, and especially those starting with the 2/3 and the heathens, man, because they're so used to living this lifestyle that when the Lord starts establishing His kingdom and that transition period, established, people are gonna be like, oh shoot, what the hell? And then they're gonna start learning from us, from the elect. Lord willing, we be part of that number, and we're gonna start teaching the nations, man.
Yeah, we're gonna be the new governing body, man. We're gonna be like the police officers, the law enforcement. Yeah, and it's gonna trickle down. Like in the kingdom, it's gonna be every Israelite. We're gonna be the sands of the sea too, man. So I mean, like every Israelite. You know how like Jake gets when a cop is in the same store as him or whatever. Okay. They get a little scared. Yeah, even if they're not doing anything, Okay. But I mean, imagine the heathen in the kingdom. Jake's gonna be everywhere, and they're just gonna be nervous as shit, like 24/7, man. 24/6, really.
And in that transition period, we're gonna have to do it like it's gonna be a rough transition period, because it's not just gonna be like, oh yeah, we're gonna set up this. Like no, they're going into hardcore slavery. You gotta remember that.
Hell yeah.
And that's something I tell my woman too. Like, you might not believe that I'm a man of the Lord, but Lord willing, if I'm a part of that number, you're gonna see the Spirit on me during Jacob's trouble. And Lord willing, if I always say, if I'm part of the elect, when you women see the Akim busting people's head just open, ripping people apart through the Spirit of YAHAWASHI with spiritual power, then you're gonna know, like, damn, whatever they say goes. I'm not opening my fucking mouth. I'm not saying anything. Just whatever those men say, that's the law, and we're not gonna oppose to nothing. It could be that they could have 1 billion wives. I'm cool, because you're gonna see the power of YAHAWASHI on his elect. And like I said, in that transition, we're gonna start punishing the heathens. Like, we're not gonna be worried about the women. Oh, I gotta have. Agnes, the kingdom is being established. Let's go look for women. Hell no. We're gonna be like, yo, let's fucking go look for some Edomites. Let's look for the heathens, all those that oppressed us, that destroyed us and our brothers and sisters. Let's go fuck them up, like all the way up.
Well, the scriptures say that the judgment is gonna start with the house of Israel. So it's gonna, yeah. So I mean, we're gonna. I mean, by YAHAWASHI, that's His order. Like, hey, fuck Israel up first, and then and then it's gonna be Esau's heads rolling. But yeah, right. Kind of like you said, man. Like, we're like during Jacob's trouble, we're not gonna be like, oh yeah, I gotta get some pussy. Like, hell no, that shit's just gonna come with it, man. Just like any celebrities or whatever. Their main goal wasn't to get, a bunch of chicks. They always had like, oh, I gotta be the heavyweight champion, or I gotta, I'm focused on making movies right now. And then like afterwards, they just, groupies pop up. How females are.
The other brother here in Hawaii, he says that, like he said this statement. He said, women are
cheerleaders.
No, well, something along those lines. He said, he says women are byproducts of power. And anywhere that where there's power, women are gonna be there, man. No matter if you're looking for them, if you're not looking for them. When women see power, they're gonna flock to it. And that's where Isaiah 4th chapter comes in. Because they're gonna see that power, this spiritual power. Because even if you don't have like a healing power or flying or something extraordinary, you're gonna have that seal of the Lord where nothing is gonna faze you. And that itself is spiritual power. To be calm while all hell is breaking loose. Women are gonna be like, oh my goodness, let me be with you, please, 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 please. And and like the brother said, after a while, when they're traveling with you or whatever you're gonna be doing, they're gonna want to have that reproach taken off of them. And how does that happen? You lay with them.
Yeah, take this dick.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So ultimately, everybody is gonna get in the right spirit. But you women, this is the topic. You women are gonna get in the right spirit 100%. Okay. And we understand that there's sisters that are trying their best, to follow after YAHAWASHI. Hey, you keep doing what you're doing, because ultimately the Lord's gonna have mercy on you, and Lord willing, He guides you to a man of the Lord. So in those days, you can be protected as well. But to those women that like I mentioned before, that are wives of the prophets or girlfriends, whatever, you're gonna get in check real quick. So I don't know if you got any understanding. Another piece. Okay.
This is Psalm 110:3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning. Thou hast the dew of thy youth. Basically, like you were saying earlier, how like, hey man, when we're cracking down judgment, people are just gonna snap right in order, man. Okay. Because like I think it was Apostle Gabar said, where scriptures won't teach, adversity will. Okay. Or something along those lines.
Yeah. When words can't teach, adversity will.
Yeah, it can. Because Jake doesn't want to hear this word, man. You tell him over and over and over, but they don't want to hear that. It's gotta take a big old smack across the back, man.
Yeah, like they in that spirit of if I don't see it, I don't believe it. And then when you see the men of the power on the men of the Lord, guess what?
You're gonna feel it.
Yeah, you're gonna feel it. You ain't gonna see it, you're gonna feel it.
Yeah, kinda. Y'all gonna be shit. Y'all gonna be crying worse than Thomas, doubting Thomas. Okay. Because remember, he's a man of the Lord, because he's one of the chosen from YAHAWASHI. He's just had one of those simple moments where the other disciples saw YAHAWASHI risen, and they were telling him about it. He's like, no way, man, no way.
So I put my hand and my fingers.
Yeah, and then once YAHAWASHI showed up, he just started bawling, man. He's like, dang. And then he didn't want to put his hands after that. He's like, nah, you like YAHAWASHI, man, he's like the ultimate Jake. So he's probably like, nah, you said bet, so we're doing this. Yeah. But yeah, man, like that had to be intense, bro.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
So how much more in the second coming of YAHAWASHI, in that spiritual body. Laying those spiritual fists on motherfuckers, man. Yeah. They're gonna feel like shit, and I don't want to be I don't want to be on that end, man. I want to be embracing YAHAWASHI.
That's right, definitely. Because even the judgments we were looking at today, remember?
Oh shit!
Hey, the Lord is the King of terrors, man. Like, oh my goodness, Lord willing. Well, maybe tomorrow we could do a lesson, Lord willing. Okay. And we bring that out. Because we were looking at some judgment where the Lord had like a little boy eaten by piranhas. Like, it was like 90% of his body was eaten. It was just like bones. And then they have this other drug that Esau invented that they were using throughout Russia and South America, that it eats up your flesh. And there was this woman that she have basically like a Two-Face from Batman. Yeah. Just like that, brothers. Like,
shit, it looked worse.
Because it was real life.
Yeah.
Like she didn't have, her eye socket was empty, and all her flesh from one side of her face was gone. Like you could see inside of her mouth, like the bone of her jawbone, the teeth, her nose, like completely gone. And there was a doctor just cleaning inside, and it's just like, damn, like if the Lord is doing that now, what do you think he's gonna do in the day of judgment? So, and damn, and that's another thing. When the women start seeing judgment, they're gonna be bugged out. You're gonna like, there's no way women are gonna see some judgment that hard and be like, okay. You probably start screaming like,
yeah, because I mean, if women see a spider right now, they're gonna jump into they're gonna jump into your arms. So I mean, how much more? Hell, man.
Yeah. So hey, I mean, you got any other statements?
Nah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Hey. So again, those sisters that are already following after YAHAWASHI, keep doing it in sincerity and in truth. You know, there's always something new to learn. There's always more ways to humble yourselves in front of YAHAWASHI. Remember to pray, to be guided to a man of the Lord, for deliverance. And those of you women that are not believing in YAHAWASHI, being faithful to him and to their men, hey, pray so that the Lord put the spirit on you to act the right way, because this is a life or death situation. And if the Lord put a man of the Lord, one of his men, in front of you in your way, then you better appreciate that brother, and you better treat him like if you treating YAHAWASHI, basically. Because if he is one of the elect, guess what? The Lord's gonna have mercy on you through him, not anything else. So with that, we hope
I got one more.
Okay, yeah, whatever the Spirit got. But yeah, you gotta learn how to appreciate those brothers, because from the brothers that I know, all of us are in here for salvation. We're not here because we became Israelites because being an Israelite you can have a bunch of bitches and whatever. Like, no, man. This is for salvation. We give a hell about having a bunch of fucking women. It's not even convenient on this side. It's not, like, brothers don't even make money like that to just be like, I'm gonna go get me 6, 7 wives. Like, no. It's not about that. We're here for salvation. That's just something that the Lord gave us that we could. That if maybe another woman comes, hey, there's nothing wrong with a brother having another woman. And since you women hate it so much, you make brothers' lives a living hell. So you better watch what you're doing, because if those men turn out to be of the elect, hey, the Lord's gonna have to punish you. Maybe not kill you or whatever, but he could torment you during Jacob's trouble ultimately.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, this is a closing precept. 1 Timothy 2:15. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. So not only it says like they shall be saved in childbearing, it says if they continue in faith, charity, holiness, and sobriety. Meaning that, you're doing your wifely duties. You have faith in your man. You hope that he's part of the elect as much as he does. In charity, giving, always helping out your man, and holiness, and with sobriety, just having that, stable mindset, given in holy conversation. You're not always concerned about what's on TV or whatever,
folly and vanity.
Yeah, you're concerned about the faith. You're desiring to learn about YAHAWASHI through your man. All right, because that's how the order is set up. If there are any women out there listening to this, you gotta find a man. But Yeah. Okay. So with that, hope this video is edifying. Once again, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem, Rakakadash. again, double honors and to the apostles and elders who rule well and teach well, set forth a great example for us younger brothers in the faith, and to the other brothers and sisters out there that's pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. It's shalom, peace and blessings.
Hey, shalom.
Yeah. Let's see, which one is it?